Not every archon stayed loyal to
Yaldabaoth. There was one who saw through the deception. One who broke rank. His name was Sabaoth, and he did the unthinkable. He defected. Sabaoth wasn't just another archon. He was one of the highest ranking, one of the 7 planetary rulers that dictated reality under Yaldabaoth's system. He had power. He had dominion. He was feared, worshipped, and obeyed like a god. But something happened, something no other archon had done before. He realized the truth. According to the Gnostic texts, Sabaoth saw through the illusion. He understood that Yaldabaoth wasn't the true creator, that the entire system was a fraud, and that the real divine order had been hijacked. And unlike the other archons, who either didn't know or didn't care, Sabaoth rebelled. This was a seismic event in the cosmic order. The defection of an archon was not a minor event. It was a threat, a breach in the control system. For the first time, one of the enforcers of the archonic rule turned against it. And his betrayal was so absolute that the higher realms took notice. The ancient texts describe what happened next in extraordinary detail. When Sabaoth turned against Yaldabaoth, he was rewarded by the higher divine forces. Sophia, wisdom itself, saw his defiance and elevated him. He was given dominion over the higher heavens, far beyond the archonic prison. He was granted true power, not the false control of the material world, but actual spiritual authority. And Yaldabaoth? He lost his mind. This was not supposed to happen. The archons were designed to be loyal. They were part of the system, and the system does not allow for rebellion. A defection of this magnitude meant that the lie was crumbling. If one of the highest rulers could reject Yaldabaoth's authority, that meant others could too. It meant that the entire framework of control was vulnerable. So what did Yaldabaoth do? He erased the story. The defection of Sabaoth was deliberately wiped from history. His name was buried, distorted, hidden within mythologies. He was rewritten as different figures in different traditions, a god of war in some, a fallen deity in others. His true identity was obscured, because if people ever learned that even an archon could wake up and break free, it would be game over for the control system. And here's where it gets really interesting. Sabaoth's story is not unique. It's just the most blatant example of an archon turning against the system. But if you look deeper, you'll find patterns, traces of other figures throughout history who may have followed the same path. Deities, angels, ancient rulers, all with strangely similar stories of rebelling against an oppressive order and being punished, erased, or distorted beyond recognition. The archons have always been obsessed with control. Every aspect of reality is structured to keep humanity ignorant, obedient, and dependent. But every system has a weak point. Every empire